Top of the not morning, evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us tonight, and thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind, give us a quick like and subscribe to the channel. We want to keep doing this, and we want to continue to grow it, so it makes a huge difference on our end. So with that, I would say let's get to business. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back again to the kingdom. As usual, my name is Drums, and I am, as always, except when Dallas here, joined by the brothers behind King Golf, Regan and Jordan Headley. We'll head up north as we always do and see what's going on with Reg. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, boys. Just savoring the last couple sips of the Caesar I made. We are once again having some technical difficulties, so I'm Caesar down already. Thank God I had a Bud Light waiting in the weeds for me. Internet seems to be a big topic, a hot topic on here these days.
You guys do know that we don't have to tell people that?
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
Like we could have just skated right by.
Hey, that's just the way things go.
And nobody would have known we're a Mickey Mouse operation. But
We aren't
whatever
Mickey
you
Mouse.
want to do, man. Your world.
Also, Mickey Mouse has carved out a hell of a career down at Disney, so
He has.
I'll follow in his footsteps. No, things are good. Got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about golf trips coming up here, so we'll throw it over to Jor.
Drums, is that my cue?
That's you, baby.
Top of the evening to you folks. Happy to be here. I'm really hoping, I got fingers and toes crossed, we're going to get through this tonight in one take like we've been doing. It was sure a pain in the ass to edit that bullshit we went through last week, but
I'm sure it was worth
anyways, I'm fresh off Spence Bros Pizza, and our mom and dad are pickling experts, and so we got some jalapenos and some peppers, so I threw a ton of those on there. Game changer on the Spence Bros pizzas. Game changer.
They got new flavors, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got ham and pepperoni or something, or no, pepperoni and pineapple.
Ugh.
No, not into that.
For me,
I couldn't do it either, but on a normal day, like if I had a pepperoni pizza, I might just throw some pineapple on it, but like seeing it on as a package, I couldn't do it. So
There's a sweet chili chicken too, isn't there? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then 3 meats and shit. I don't know.
Into it.
Spence Bros. If anybody knows the Spence Bros, hit them up. Tell them that we're their biggest supporters of all time. We go through pizzas on pizzas every week, and we would love for them to be our first sponsor of the kingdom.
Do you think their name is Spence?
I would think so. What else could that mean?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Maybe it's Maybe it's Spencer and Ernest. Spence Bros.
There you
go. Anyways, Drums, how are you doing, man?
Things are good over here. She's windy as shit. Took the fence down, so that was a good, nice way to come home today. So that's about where my level of excitement is at for life today. Just falling down, falling apart. Yeah.
Hopefully we can cheer you up, buddy.
No, we should be good. I'm excited to be here as always.
If we run into any more stuff, Drums, just keep going. No more blackouts tonight. No more hat throws. No more pen smashes over the head. Just cool down for a couple seconds, and we'll just keep going on as we were. Okay.
I took some supplements, so we should be coming down here. We'll see. And actually, I got a glass of wine for the first time in 4 weeks now. So we'll see how this goes too. Maybe I'll come off the rails.
Oh, okay. I would like to see that. Usually, I'm the only one going off the rails here by accident.
And for everybody that is just listening along and not watching, Drums has a fancy new wine glass. Drums, show it off to the people watching.
When did you get so rich?
Yeah, I don't know. Things are pretty entertaining here. Exciting. I mean, it's gone from a red Solo to that. That's a pretty fine looking wine glass, if you ask me.
Like
the kingdom is growing at an exponential rate.
Fuck does that mean?
We're making so much money off of this. It's crazy.
I also forgot to mention in my
fucking share
in my intro that that I'm wearing a Prince Edward Island sweater
Convenient.
themed for the golf traveling episode.
Like you know what
Oh,
you're
nice.
doing. Atta boy.
I got a sweater too for something we're going to talk about in a couple minutes. But
I have a
first,
sweater.
I would say tonight we're going to talk about. Can I get through this? First, we're going to talk about our housekeeping as we always do. It sounds like we got a ton of housekeeping tonight. So we've had that happen before where the housekeeping basically takes up the whole show. So we'll see what happens. But we are planning on talking about golf travel because there's going to be some people going south and going to who knows where over the next couple months. And we really just want to provide a bit of insight and some tips from us and from the people who are following along with the accounts. So what do we got, Regal? Let's start off with some housekeeping.
Greg John Norman was born February 10th, 1955 in Mount Isa, Australia. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tips on this week, so I figured I'd start off with that. You guys wanted to know about the Shark Company. It has branched into nearly a dozen different business ventures. It started off as an apparel logo with the company Reebok. They offered Greg Norman his own line. He started with that and has since turned it into apparel, interior design, real estate, wine production, private equity, and golf course design. And he is worth $400 million, the same as Jack Nicklaus.
Jesus, I was gonna say rich people shit.
Yeah. So that's how the Shark actually, I forgot to mention one important fact about him is he has an absolutely massive wrench. I don't know if you guys saw that picture that surfaced last year on the beach of the great white shark running along the beach. Wild picture, but yeah, that's Greg Norman.
That's pretty good. I mean, whenever you have the name the Shark, it kind of markets itself because the Shark is like a cool, probably one of the coolest, like Tiger almost. Like, I don't know that Tiger would have been quite as big if he wasn't named Tiger. Do you know what I mean?
Just Eldrick.
Like Eldrick. I don't know that he would have been a world superstar if his name was Eldrick.
Eldrick Woods, PGA Tour 19. Like, it just doesn't sound right.
It said Greg Norman got the name Shark because they're all along the coast of where he grew up to go along with his aggressive playing style on the course. And white blonde hair, great white shark.
What's he doing with the Euro Tour, or what's it called now?
I didn't look into that. I only did his biography. I'll get that for next week's episode.
Well, that's what we wanted. We don't give a shit when he was
all
born.
We wanted.
No, I was making that part up. But
okay, let me take a turn on the housekeeping. So, if anybody watched our follow-up episode 60B, it's now on YouTube. We were talking about our new project called The Kingdom. And we actually had quite a few submissions over the last couple days, mostly through TikTok. We haven't really pushed it on Twitter and Instagram yet. But we had our first video from Connor Bueller. And so we posted it today. He signed off on it. We sent him some TFUEL. The first transaction ever in the Kingdom history.
Hey,
boy, Connie.
So it was a pretty cool shot. It was from about 50 yards, I believe, and him or his buddy sucked it back about 10 feet. So, and it's pretty cool. He had a really cool angle there. So it's just one of those things. It's like we don't need the most insane or crazy videos. It's just golf content that we're looking for. So it was good to see that. And they're rolling in. TikTok seems to be hot with it. We've had about, I'd say 10 or 15 people upload onto our new portal. If you haven't heard about that yet, check out our YouTube video from Sunday, I believe it was. And we kind of walk through the process of uploading to the portal, an overview of what the project is and what we want to do with it, and how to download a Theta wallet. So it's all right there for you. And we hope to, I guess, continue pushing it through our channels here, because so far it's kind of been on TikTok and that's about it. But that's it for there. So Rigo, what else we got?
Tiger's walking on his own weight, so that's crazy.
That also deserves a hand.
So that's exciting stuff. That's really all I got for housekeeping. Cockrell had a tough finish there in Dubai. Looks like he's living not bad right now, though. He's playing some night golf last night in Dubai at the Els Club, so not bad. He just said he wrapped up his seventh year on tour, seventh professional year. Is it sixth?
I can't remember now.
I thought it was seventh.
All right. Well,
anyways, shout out to him. He had a hell of a year. Unreal following someone from Manitoba. I don't think we've ever really had that luxury before.
No, I don't remember if we had on
No.
PJ or any.
Definitely not when we had
event.
the apps available now to track stuff.
Chris, no, like we would. I couldn't even think of anybody from Manitoba that we'd somewhat followed before.
Horn, I guess, would be.
Ryan
yeah, Horn. You know what? There was internet scoring because we used to sit downstairs in the clubhouse or the pro shop in Dauphin and refresh the scoring there to see what he shot.
Yeah, but like those. Yeah, true.
Forgot about that.
Unlike dial-up internet.
Yeah, man. Like really, when he played against Delat there, like in Winnipeg, like we were refreshing that on the computer. Like that's it's kind of crazy to think about. But
what was that?
What do you mean refreshing?
05?
You still refresh to this day.
No, but I'm saying like now you just like scroll down on your phone. Like you actually used to have to click the button up there and refresh the scores.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
And you used to have to dial up internet.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Cool. That was really painful. Playing Duke Nukem and trying to use the internet.
What a game.
Dude, yeah, it was solid. A couple weeks ago we played GoldenEye with Drums and Dell. Super difficult game.
Yeah. Games are almost easier now.
Horrible.
Dell was nasty.
Yeah, it was.
Well, of course he was. Dell's good at
yeah.
all those games, man.
I bet you
like
Rob
Mario Kart.
Rob was
gross.
Rob was deadly at that shit too.
Yeah, but now Dell's been playing that all through his 20s. Like,
true.
Guy's a wizard.
It was actually embarrassing. Do you guys remember the episode of The Office when Jim and those guys are playing in his new office, playing that game online, and Jim's like running into the wall and like shooting into the air?
Is that how you felt?
It's essentially what I was doing. Yes, it was hard. It was really hard. I don't know if I was inverted or something, but anyways.
And then I smoked him in
my last
Tiger
piece
Woods.
of. Oh yeah, we had a really good match actually. Drums is a wizard in that game.
We'll see about that. We gotta play one.
It was Tiger Woods 2007.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. Is that with the super big red ball? Like you power up?
Yeah.
Might be 05.
I kept
that. But Drums didn't tell us we could do that until like halfway through.
I kept that secret. And then Dell looked at me. He's like, "Why are you spazzing so hard on the controller?"
They didn't notice you were hitting it 100 yards past them.
Mm-mm. They just thought it was real life.
Last piece of how well you were VJ Singh, so I wasn't buying that shit for very long.
You were Tiger Woods, you muppet.
Exactly. So it made no sense that you were out hitting me by 100 yards.
Come on, Big Veach, he was up there.
Yeah,
VJ Singh was deadly, man.
Who else was?
He
on
was
there?
grinding. He was up at 6 a.m. that morning.
There was some Rich Beam was in that game. Like that's how random this.
That's right.
There were some absolute plugs.
He must have won the PGA right before that, though. Rich Beam.
07? No, he won.
Yeah,
like
you never heard of him before
he?
that happened.
I don't know. He's a major champion. Richard Beam.
Remember his dance?
You must get automatically like, what would you call it into video games?
I kind of think it's
like when you get
it has something to do
put
with
into video games
with sponsorships.
If you're
but if you win a major, you probably automatically get put onto a video game for X amount.
If your
of
name
years.
was Phil or Sergio, you never got put on any Tiger games, and that's so funny.
Yeah,
that's true. Actually,
they had their own, like, wasn't it just PGA Tour or something, or Lynx Golf? And though they were like the poster boys for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ernie Els.
Big Ern.
Just pissed Tiger off and never got in this video game.
Last piece of housekeeping here. For our listeners and viewers only, we're going to start doing a promotion. It's going to go for about a week, I think. We're going to start selling our sweaters. $40. $40.
Wow.
That's like 33% off, I think.
Wow. Wait. How much?
The one-
What do you got for stock? Lots of stock?
The stipulation is we have lots of smalls and lots of bigs. So
Big.
we have a bit of an excess right now. Lots of, bigs. The big boys.
The big and tall
Lots of Jason Biggs. Like my sweater from last week.
Oh, tarp. Just the
Precisely.
tarpaulin?
The tarp I was wearing.
So sweaters, $40 for Kingdom listeners only. You'll have first grabs at the stock, and then we'll probably post something next week about it. Like I said, mostly for smalls and bigs, but you might find something in there. Who knows?
Like is big actually the size?
No, like double XLs.
All right.
Oh, like, that's a big guy. Like a double XL is a big guy.
Well, say double XL. Like, I don't know. Big to me is extra large.
Big boy.
Big boy. You know?
So that's that. Discount code, I'll enter it in tonight. I'll make a note. It's going to be Kingdom. KNGDOM. Discount code. Enter it at checkout. It'll take you basically right to the end, and then you'll have to enter it in there, and it'll be $40 for you. There you go. Merry Christmas
Winnipeg
from the
Jets.
Kingdom.
Winnipeg Jets, who were
Now,
underdogs at home against Edmonton tonight, are up 4-0. Just
Whoop.
started the third
Nice.
period.
Whoopee.
Tough for everybody that went to see McDavid tonight.
Whoopee.
It's like they're shutting them down. And the Leafs
It's in
had
Winnipeg.
a shutout win tonight as well, Drums.
Free
Congrats.
rip, baby.
What is that, 8 in a row or something?
No.
Close.
Yeah. I don't
8 of
know.
the last 9.
Something like that.
Anyways, not a hockey podcast. Let's get into the trip tips.
let's do it, baby. What it do, baby?
So
Fire us
I
up,
guess-
Rigo.
the first one that I have, if you're just going for one round, say you're going to Mexico or somewhere like that,
You boys
one
like
round,
Mexico?
I don't think your clubs are necessary, but 2 or more, I would say it's definitely necessary to take your clubs on the trip. Golf's not really the same when you're playing with rentals, but you can kind of put up with it for one round.
To piggyback off that, make sure you take balls. Throw a sleeve of balls in your bag or something, because instead of
Yeah.
trying to buy them down there, when we were in Dominican, all of a sudden, like, you would be driving up the fairway and like the workers would come out of the bush and trying to sell you golf balls. It was crazy. It was the weirdest shit
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Like all of a sudden, lawnmowers and tractors and golf carts were coming at you like from everywhere. They were just trying to sell you balls.
Yeah, and I was going to say in a follow up actually that's obviously if you're going to Mexico or something like that. This doesn't tie into going on an actual golf trip, say like to the East Coast or down to Arizona, because you're probably going to take your clubs for that anyways. To tie in with what you said, Drums. I had always pack 6 balls, tees, because you'd be surprised how many rental sets don't come with tees. And I actually paid $12 for a bag of tees in Mexico. A golf glove, it's easy, takes up no space,
Yes.
and golf shoes, because I forgot mine there and I had to wear runners. It seems like a simple thing, but you'd be surprised how many times you forget to bring them just because you're going on a warm holiday somewhere. You don't remember your shoes or a glove. And gloves are kind of a pain in the ass to buy there too. They charge you like $25 for a glove, so just take your own.
I think there's a big difference between going on a golf trip and going on a trip and playing a bit of golf on it, right? In terms of how you should be packing.
Yeah, definitely.
But in terms of balls, when we were in Ireland, when we played Old Head, I bought 6 balls, I think, or more. And I had some because I brought some. I brought, a normal amount, but I'd played at Tralee the day before. So I had like 6 left. And I swear to God, I went through 6 balls in the front nine because it was so windy there. I hit 6 over the cliff into the ocean. And I had to run about, if it's a tough course or, you're unfamiliar with it, take some extras. Cause then I was rattled for the, 10, 11, 12, cause I was so winded and the group had to wait for me to get balls.
I'd like to see a screenshot of that front nine, 6 lost balls. I'd like to see the score.
Disgusting, man. But I guess one other thing that I would add in there is make a list of like all the things that Drums and Rigo talked about there, and a few other things that for me have made a huge difference. One being contact lenses. We pulled into Phoenix one time and we got it out of the airport, I think. And I had realized that I didn't bring my contacts because we, drove there and then flew in. So I just had one pair in my eyes and that's it. I didn't have any backup pairs. So I had to wear glasses on the golf course.
No. That's when you took the wrong bag from the airport.
No, that happened too. But I also completely forgot my contacts.
Oh, I thought your contacts were in your golf bag.
No, this was a separate trip. I don't think that you were on this one actually. And I guess to follow up on that a little bit, always put a huge clear tag or piece of identification on your bag, because I took the wrong bag one time from the airport. It was legitimately the exact same bag as mine. Right, Rigo?
Yeah, it was.
That's embarrassing.
It's good stuff, man. No, it was the exact same.
It was
bag,
the exact same bag, and it wasn't like a common bag.
We get back to the trailer, and Joe had his toiletries and like his golf clothes in that golf bag, and we go. He opens it up, and it's just a shitty old set of.
Golf bag. I thought you meant.
Old.
Sorry, I thought you meant like your luggage.
No.
A golf travel case, like
a
case.
Gotcha.
Opens it up and it's this right-handed set of clubs.
Some old Spalding.
It was a bitch to track down too.
Okay, but then the next day your contacts were in there too in your toiletries. So you had to use mine and Dad's clubs, wearing glasses, not wearing golf clothes because your golf clothes were in there. Oh God, you were pissed off the whole day. It was unbelievable.
Well, yeah.
Easy money that day.
And yeah, I mean, if you have contacts, if you wear contacts, you probably already know. This is maybe when I just started wearing them, so I wasn't used to packing them. But make sure you have excess pairs and put them in your backpack that's going to be on your person, not in your golf bag or your suitcase. Keep them on you. Go ahead, Rigo.
Another one?
Yep.
Okay. Two separate things. I'll just use this as one. If you're going with your family, always book your tee like a family. So when I say family, I mean if we're taking Kellen and East and Mom, like they want to golf, but they also want to do.
What about Dad?
Well, no, I'm saying Mom and Easton and Kelly want to golf, but they also want to do other stuff. Like they want to go do tourist stuff. Yeah. So our best experience on the East Coast was to book the tee time first thing in the morning, and then basically you can get away with playing every day of the trip because you golf at 7:30 in the morning and then you're done by noon and you can do whatever the hell you want tourist wise for the rest of the day. If you golf at say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's tough because there's kind of that wasted time in the morning where you can't really go do anything else, but you also can't go to the course yet. So you're kind of just like lazing around the house and you kill like 3 hours there. And then you start golfing at 12 and you're done at 4, and then you got to go for supper and the day's over. But we've had our best success golfing at 7:30 or 8 in the morning, and it frees up the rest of the day, which is very crucial on those trips to keep everybody happy.
100%. That's a great tip, Rigo. Maybe just to follow up on that a little bit, Trevor Dickey said, don't cram too much golf into your trip. And I think that he was in Phoenix last year, a couple years ago, I guess. And so he basically just said, don't try to do too much golf. because it takes away from kind of the relaxation of the trip, and I could see that as well. And he's actually heading to Florida, I think, in a couple weeks, Trevor Dickey. So lucky dude. But in terms of that, I guess we've had trips where we didn't book stuff in advance, Rigo. For example, in Phoenix, and I remember spending hours, trying to find places to golf and find tee times. And you kind of assume that the world's going to open up to you wherever you go. But at some of these resorts and the ones that you want to play, they're booked months in advance. And so, you get down there and you have these expectations of playing these high-end courses. You call there and they don't have tee times for 2 months. So what do you do then? You're pissed off. And then you start calling other places. You waste 2 or 3 hours doing that. And you're only in Phoenix or Florida or wherever for 48 hours. And you just spent 5 or 6 hours trying to book tee times.
A light bulb went off. When we were in PEI, we booked right when we got those value cards, pretty much right after, right?
Yeah.
And when we booked 8:00 or whatever it was. We booked our tee times between 7:30 and 8:30 every morning. And when we got to Crowbush, they said that they had something like 67 straight days of sold out golf. So, I mean, you think, like you just said, Jordan, the world's going to open up to you and there's going to be a tee time available. But there's a lot of people in this world doing exactly what you are on those trips. And yeah.
As soon as you know that you're going, book tee times.
Especially if you're going to a popular spot like that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's that. What do you guys got?
I guess me, like, I was kind of just more thinking off the terms of like doing a boys trip, not necessarily like taking off like super vacationing.
Yeah, that's good.
So I said, like, you have to make sure your group has a general or somebody. Appoint one person that's going to be somewhat in charge. We'll call that person in charge. Usually that's Jor. Just takes care of everything and just gets the boys kind of lined up in the right direction. And that person is very, very key in a boys trip, especially if you're in a boys trip where the boys like to go sideways. As long as somebody's there steering, maybe not directly holding your hand the whole time, but somebody that's just steering everybody in the right way. That person is very, very, very key in a boys trip.
Agreed.
Absolutely. And sometimes, just to follow up on that, Drums, sometimes you feel like kind of a dick to, because you're trying to keep everybody together and you have to kind of be stern sometimes, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have that, it'd be so easy to go off the rails. And especially when you have 12 or 16 guys like we had at Rigo Stag, it's like herding cats, honestly.
For sure.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of, skill to do it. You just have to have somebody who's doing it. That's the main thing. Like you said, Drums.
Yeah.
Sure.
Brett Jans, actually, we briefly touched on this through the last couple, everything kind of ties in a sense, but Brett Jans said, which I do every time, and it's put your clothing in your golf bag. As a Ukrainian, I don't know what nationality Brett is, but as a Ukrainian, I don't want to pay an extra $50 for a secondary bag. So I just throw all my clothes in the big pockets of the golf bag, and it's one less bag to carry around as well.
In a travel bag,
so
right?
If you can get away with it, packing a couple tees.
Yeah.
In a travel bag, yeah. That's right. So there's stuff you'll put in the golf bag pockets, and then surround it. It actually adds another layer of kind of protection as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wrap a hoodie or something around like the irons, and so definitely get away with it. And throw your shoes in there and your everything into one big body bag, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys transport your clothes? Do you just have them in there folded? Do you roll them up?
I usually do a very poor job of folding it. And then I try to, once I get to the spot where I'm at, I kind of refold them or hang them up once I get there. But a pretty shitty version of a fold in my bag.
Do you fold them yourself, Rigo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is all your clothes at home hanging up, or do you just pull them out of the drawer into the luggage? Like, I don't have anything other than like gitch and drawers.
Yeah. See, all my t-shirts are in
Yeah,
drawers.
me too. And jeans.
All my t-shirts, all my joggers,
Really?
all my jeans.
Is that
Everything's
you too, Drums? You
everything.
got t-shirts and drawers?
Well, like old shitty ones that I'll never wear. But like anything that I'd wear like outside of the house
Yeah.
is always hung up. And then traveling, everything's rolled up. And then if I'm like going on a big trip, I take a steamer.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a
What a
travel,
guy.
I don't have
travel steamer.
I don't have a spot to fit a flaxseed in my closet. I don't think I could hang every t-shirt I have.
It's pretty nice feature to have for sure if you can do it. Just hanging your t-shirts.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do without that nowadays, but where were we here?
I don't know.
We just, I guess, to catch people up to speed here on what's going on. We actually have a new signal for when we start cutting out, and it's Drums taking off his hat, and we're really doing pretty well with it actually. And it's Drums is remaining very calm, and the blood pressure is low for the group. So Rigo, what do you got?
Yeah, I'll
here?
go to my last one that I came up with. My last tip covered what to do on a family trip. This one is what to do on a buddy's trip. So it's something that really came in hand in Hecla, and it should have came in hand at Buffalo Point, but there were a couple guys that didn't really want it. But basically, don't make plans for immediately after the round. Always allow like an extra 2 hours in your schedule to play another 9 holes of golf. If everybody wants to, don't like plan to go for supper like right after to take that out. You know what I mean?
Or talk about that first. Like when you're organizing the group, like see what the case is. Like if there's 10 guys and 2 don't want to, 10 win, right?
Yeah, I think that it's some of the best times that I've ever had are on that next 9 holes. You know what I mean? Whether it's a horse race after men's night, or if it's you go play a scramble after playing Ryder Cups shit all day. Like it's just that everybody's just crushed, and it's like it's an unbelievable time. Golf is very secondary at that point.
Well, because you'll be buzzing and you just want to keep buzzing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't want to go shower and like change and go for supper and stuff. You want to continue on the exact same level where you are right now.
Yeah. You're just hovering. You just gotta hover.
Yeah, because then anything can happen if you leave the course. Like for example, when on Dallas Stag, we went to the parking lot and realized that Mertz had a flat tire, and then those guys had to fix it for 5 hours.
And then it was 2 days before we left. Like we could have done this 2 days later. We didn't have to do this right now.
Yeah.
Hags is just covered in grease.
We had 14 guys trying to change the tire. Everybody's under the truck at the same time. It was a shit show.
It was Mitch and Hags though, hey, that were right in there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. Something happened though. Like something happened where they got the jack stuck or something
twice.
slipped.
We broke one jack,
and
then the other one got stuck.
Anyway, so we're kind of covering all angles here, which is kind of good because some people aren't going to be able to travel too far for who knows how long. So we got all bases covered here. A couple more, I guess I would say, is one of the big topics in terms of golf travel is always the travel bag itself. And we've talked about a couple different ideas and thoughts about it, but there's a bit of controversy within the group here. So Drums, maybe talk us through what the tip was, and then me and Rigo can talk about our experience with that.
Yeah, so Sung Nation, his was soft travel bags. His recommendation was soft travel bags for storage purposes in the vehicle or at home.
Why?
Just so much easier to fold up the soft bags. But you guys, you're against this.
Yeah.
What's your recommendation?
think that I had on here before that if you're going to buy a travel case, get a hardcover, but I think that I can rephrase that to if you're going to get a travel case, get one with a top half that's a hardcover. The bottom half is kind of okay. Mom and Dad bought me one for Christmas, and it seems like it's very sturdy on top where your clubs actually are, where you actually need it. The bottom's soft, which I mean, whatever. Like George said, we put our clothes around and stuff, anyways. But and then that way it takes up half the space of a hardcover one, even. But I just think that the whole purpose of the case is to protect your clubs, and if it's a full soft case, I don't know if it's doing that.
Yeah.
Agree with every word. I've been using that combo travel bag for the last 10 years, probably. Somehow it ended up with me. I think it was Mom and Dad's, but it's unreal. And I've never seen one of those before. And that's the one that I actually misplaced with Buddy in Phoenix. He had the exact same one. It was just like such a random ass bag. It was like, it's weird to me, but so he had the same one as me. And that's why I mistakenly took it, but it's perfect. It has a hard shell on top, soft shell bottom, and
What do you got, a shaker over there?
So anyways, you got a hard top, soft bottom, and then once you're done with using it, you just fold like the soft part upwards. It kind of folds up into the hard shell. And so it's like Rigo said, it's half the size of your normal one. And so that's good for winter storage, or I guess not winter, it'd be summer storage because you're not traveling too much in the summer. And for if you rent a car and you're driving around with your clubs, man, if you got 4 or 5 body bags back there, there's not a whole lot of room for other stuff. And then even when you're not golfing, you have to put those things somewhere. So the more storage efficient it can be, the better. I've never had a hard one or a soft one. This is the only one that I've used, and it served me very, very well for the last 10 years or so. Look it up. Hybrid, I think it's called.
I also have on the case of mine the wheels that fold down halfway down the case. Okay. Like a set of wheels folds out. So then when you're dragging it, it's not like the
so it would almost be like a pull
case
cart?
is soft. It kind of has that sag to it.
It would almost be like a pull cart?
The wheels come out, so it keeps it more sturdy. Yeah, it's unreal.
Aha.
Yeah, it is basically like a pull cart.
Wow.
Works pretty good.
Did you know that wheels weren't on luggage until like
The
the
80s?
90s? Was it the 80s?
I don't know. I would have honestly never thought about it. I could see it though. We get lazier as we go.
We've just been so spoiled. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we never had wheels in our hockey bags. We're a little bit too old for that.
And if you did,
in terms of luggage, imagine carrying around a 50-pound sack for your old trip without rolling it.
And like it was like a briefcase too. Like that style of luggage.
You weren't taking much, but maybe that's okay. Maybe you don't need as much as we do, but that's a separate conversation. So what did Thomas Friesen say, Rigo?
Thomas Friesen said this would help, I guess, in a case where you don't have the hard top, taping 6 clubs together to create more stability. Moving around, not so much, because club heads can scratch the shit out of each other when they're roughed around on a golf trip, right? Even I think at times, like on our golf trips, when we load the clubs up in the back of the truck, like a lot of the guys that we golf with, like Tej doesn't give a shit. He just throws his clubs in there. But like mine, I guess I would be concerned about it. They're kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean, though? Like they kind of rattle against the truck box and you try to let on that you don't care, but you're kind of like, fuck, like I wish like one of those travel bags might not be such a bad idea on those golf trips. I don't know.
Well, you know, like
think about the bus we had.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know how like most bags you can clip on the rain hood? You need like a hard shell rain hood.
Oh.
George Drunk Drawer.
Have to cut that out. We'll have to cut
See,
that out,
it's
'cause that's gonna
it's hard to say, Drums. You said drunk drawer too.
Damn it.
Okay, don't
Not just me.
we might have to cut that out because that could be $1 million idea.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. A couple more things here for me. This is my last one here. Is I mean, if you're going on a golf trip, you're probably going to be spending a ton of money, right? That's kind of goes hand in hand. And so just look for a few ways to save some money wherever you can. So if you're going to be playing if you're going to be playing 6 or 7 rounds like you would on an actual golf trip, then you're paying for breakfast, you're paying for your lunches, and then you're going out somewhere and eating after. Just pack like a big bag of jerky or something, so you don't have to spend $12 on a sandwich every round you're golfing. You can just have a couple snacks or granola bars or whatever it may be that you just toss into your luggage, and then you have that. You're saving about $100 from through the week just by snacking on stuff, and it's probably better than eating a course sandwich. I haven't had too many course sandwiches that I've been too fond of.
Yeah, Neepawa had the best one I've ever had.
Smokies are good.
Smokies.
But I never get too horny about golf course sandwiches.
Well, they're just ham and cheese sandwiches. It's not like they're anything special.
Yeah.
I think I talked on here though about that one I had at Neepawa this summer.
Did you?
Oh, phenomenal! What's the Drums laughing at?
I don't know. We need just like a live stream of Drums all day. I cannot figure out what his reactions are to anything.
Like you kind of got choppy for a second, and it sounded like you were just hammered. Yeah, well, remember in Neepawa?
So speaking of Neepawa, quickly, we got the King cards. We did our first stop on the tour today. King cards, if you're looking for a Christmas present. What courses do we go? We got Neepawa, we got Gilbert, we got Dosa, we got Poplar, we got Scotswood,
Oak Island,
and
Dauphin.
And of course, Dauphin Lake.
Yeah.
I did that on the map last time and it was easier to do. I went out of sync there, but anyways, $200, you get to play 7 rounds for approximately the price of 5. So a great Christmas present for any golfer on your list. Hit us up. Neepawa's on there. Great course. And do we got anything else from you boys for travel-wise?
I don't think so. Other than make sure you take care of the family when you come home from a boys' trip. Little spa trip for the lady, or some flowers or something when you get home. Just make sure they're taken care of too.
But you also have to do some prepaids as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Not just the follow-up. You got to prepay a bit.
One last tip on the golf front. When you're on these trips, if you shoot 16 under combined in 6 rounds, or you shoot 40 over, you're still, chances are, going to work after your vacation's over when you get back. So just be where your boots are and enjoy the trip. Who gives a shit how you're golfing? Don't wreck other guys' trips by being a Debbie Downer because you're golfing bad. Just enjoy the trip. It ties into all our tips all the time about just being a good guy to golf with on these trips, right? Just enjoy where you are. Because we used to go on those trips and we'd be having a bad round and we'd be pissed straight off and scrapping with each other. I wish I could go back to those now with the mindset that we have now and just take it all in. But I know that I won't go another golf trip being a grouchy guy on the trip.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ever. So that's good. No, I haven't for about 2 years.
Be where your boots are. Where did you learn that, Rigo?
Ronald.
Nope.
That's where I learned it.
Well, Ronald learned it on a golf trip with us.
From who?
We remember that we played with that guy in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
There was a third with us, and that was the guy who said it. It was a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And he said that because I'm sure that me and you were bitching at each other or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I know Drums, you never believe that,
No way.
but it was happening.
Trump sees it.
Okay.
Trump sees it daily in the group chat.
Yeah,
I've seen it for 20 years. What are you talking about?
true. Couple things, I guess, to close out here. We had a few other comments from Huey, our guy Huey, who we still have to reach out to about his prize.
It's big
But
winning.
he said find a local and try to get hooked up with the local rate. So with a lot of these resorts and stuff, they actually have like a tourist rate that they charge because they can get away with anything. But then they have like a local rate for people who live in the area, and it's a lot cheaper than like the tourist rate. So I think he said in Vegas it was like 170 to 90 or 80. That's what the difference was. So
Oh shit!
Oh, well, we got to reach out to him and like
worth
see
it.
what the
If you're just like a guy who flies by the seat of his pants,
we got to see like what the process
what-
is here. Like,
see what about what Trump? Yeah, I asked him.
So like, is he reaching
I
out
could
on
look quickly, but
Craigslist, or what is he doing?
well, no, and you know what, Drums? It's funny you say that because I completely forgot about this. No, I mean, funny, but when I went to Ireland, I legitimately spent a couple days or weeks on our King Golf account searching like a hashtag Golf Ireland or like Ireland Golf or looking for like accounts in Ireland that are associated with golf.
Hashtag
And you
the
would not
course.
believe the information that I got. Yeah. You would not believe how many people were willing to help me. This was before I booked anything and really had any clue. You could save days and days of research by just talking to people.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot about that, but that's one thing it's funny to joke about Craigslist, but if you can find people in the area, they're a huge help.
Yeah,
And
that's
I mean,
unreal.
depending on who you're going with or what kind of trip it is, meet up with them for a beer, assuming they're not a serial killer or something like that. But I mean,
It's immediate where my head goes.
we all die anyways, so
Well,
block it.
The thing about that is too, like, I mean, so say that someone from Dolphins going on a trip and they ask me, say they're going to Arizona to golf, and they ask me where to golf in Arizona. I've played the courses I've played and I've enjoyed them, but that doesn't mean the courses that I've played are the best ones for your buck in the local area, right? That's my opinion on it.
right.
Like I've been there, I know the courses, and obviously I'm going to suggest the one, and that person might go there and go through the same stuff I did, but there might be all these hidden gems, like even in Manitoba, like I don't know, there's some, as I've said on here, some overhyped courses where some other ones are probably better tracks to play, but if you just went by what your buddy said and what you're supposed to do in Manitoba, you wouldn't find those courses, right? And there's got to be that in pretty much every location you go to.
For sure.
Yeah. So if you're looking for information, it's called backpages.com and golf section.
Right under the
Look
hookies.
that up on your next.
EFG H. Oh yeah, it's right before Hokies golf.
Couple more things. These were just guys who had a few suggestions for trips to go. Our buddy Bicknell said Breezy Point. It's Breezy Point, right? Not Breezy Bend.
Yeah.
Breezy Point, Minneapolis. We've been there a couple times, and you want to go there for sure.
And play Deacons when you're there.
Brainerd?
Absolutely play Deacons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brainerd.
Is that what it's called?
Breezy Point. Yep.
It's new.
Snoo with you. Boomer 9191 says play Dinosaur Mountain in the Gold Canyon. The Gold Canyon is just east of Mesa.
Easy.
What are you doing, Rigo?
I had a tea time at 11:10 on Saturday
Oh no.
at the Dinosaur in Gold Mountain.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What?
No.
Mm-hmm. I did. I
Did
don't
Boomer know
anymore.
this?
No. It's kind of cool though.
What happened?
Well,
What happened?
no, I was supposed to be going to Arizona this weekend, but the trip got canceled.
Why?
I actually had an 11 o'clock tea time at Gold Canyon.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, tough.
At Dinosaur Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Were there dinosaurs there?
If you're listening.
But I was gonna play with Owen Connolly, who's from Dauphin here, and me and Dad still might go on December 3rd, so I'll be playing there in 2 weeks,
Nice.
if possible.
There you go. And 403 ice cream.
Okay, then.
Is that is it Coffee Creations? Who is it?
It's Coffee Creation. Plus, it's not Coffee Creations anymore. They don't even own it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So no,
But
they're
that's
not
who the
403
account
ice
is?
cream.
Will they change the name?
No.
Was it 403 ever? Is that
No.
when Jordy owned it?
No, it was
So what
always
the fuck are you
Coffee
talking
Creations.
about then?
Who?
Yeah, why are you laughing at me?
You.
Anyways, what did they say?
Yeah.
Said, book a trip to Hilton Head.
Hilton Head's in
Where the
South
hell's Hilton Head?
Carolina. South Carolina. Because I was looking
Trump
to go
said
play
north,
there.
I thought.
The Drums just threw it out there.
Oh,
It's definitely in South Carolina. 'Cause
I would
was looking
love to go to South
doing a
Carolina,
trip
man.
there.
That's my dream.
And then it's actually not that far away from Augusta. So
Mm.
Georgia.
Georgia.
I'm not going there unless Tiger's playing. No.
Really? Like if you had
Really?
the opportunity to go, you would not go because he wasn't playing.
Well,
You're
for free.
Possibly.
Oh, of shit.
For free,
Possibly.
I'd go. I don't know. I wouldn't pay the same prices though if Tiger wasn't going. I do know that.
Tyler's going this year. And his whole
Buddy?
family. Mitch, Clayton, and
Buddy?
Lori and Brad. Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
That'd be a sick trip to go on. One day, hey, Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a podcast live from the Masters someday.
We'll do it. Good things take time. We just got to get a better internet connection.
Okay, let's get into, speaking of the internet, let's get into the socials of the week.
Holy
Hell yeah.
Christ.
I'll go first here, baby,
Okay.
because I got a good one. And it's back to TikTok, okay? And unless we're freezing, please. Drums. Oh, we actually are freezing. He looks
we
like
freezing?
Joe Biden.
Did you see him assault that child the other day?
Yes, that was from a while ago, but I did see that. Let's go, Brandon, baby. Anyways, my thing is from TikTok, and it's actually it's golf related, but also awesome. So this girl's name is Cassie Holland. You guys heard of her?
No.
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay, Biden. So she's a cart girl. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she has over 1 million followers on TikTok, but she just basically like films her day. Like she has the video camera, like cell phone in the cup holder, and just
Love
like
it.
films herself with interactions with other people. Kind of weird. I'm guessing she would like filter out any like really perverted ones.
Oh, don't.
But man, it's so relatable. Like every conversation that anybody has with every golf cart girl is like identical.
It's the
Like,
same
you think
one.
you're just, yeah, you're trying to like be cool and stuff, but like literally every guy's saying the exact same thing. So it's just like it's basically her interactions with customers all day long on a beer cart. It's phenomenal.
There was a Twitter account. I think it was MB Cart Girl with kind of the same
Yes.
thing. She just tweeted out the same
But it was
shit.
just like the tweeted version
Yeah,
of it, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this is like, you can hear the whole interaction. It's unreal.
I love it.
Drums,
What?
what you got? Oh,
Mine is actually just a YouTube rabbit hole. So nothing like
Nice.
not a specific video, but it is on anything you can find of Marshawn Lynch. Might be top 10 funniest humans alive, just naturally.
Like interviews.
No, just naturally. Like, well, he was on Conan and like playing video games, and he's just hilarious, just like naturally being funny.
He is hilarious, man.
It's so funny, and he's ripping around on a cart like in the middle of a game. I think they were doing like the anthems and shit. And he's got like his aunt on the cart, and they're just balling out on the cart, going crazy. He's just hilarious. He's hilarious. He's on Survivor, not Survivor. What the Bear Grylls show? Like, sir, I don't even know what it's called, but like where he just takes them out with no equipment and camping and shit. And so the only thing he was allowed to bring was Skittles. But yeah, he's just a beauty. So anything you can find on YouTube of Marshawn Lynch, take a peek. Most of the videos are like 7 to 10, 15 minutes, but they bring you some joy for the day.
Do you remember when he was getting interviewed and he kept saying the same thing over and over again? I forget what it was.
I'm here so I don't get fined.
Yes, that's what it was. God, that was funny. That was his. They like, how stupid is the media, man? How stupid is the media?
Well, that
They
was
sit there for 10 minutes and ask him questions. They know exactly what he's going to say, and it's just a complete waste of time. And they just keep asking questions.
Yeah, that was at the Super Bowl. So like he had to do that for like an entire day because he was like, I'm not going. I'm not doing it. Fuck that shit. And they were like, no, we're gonna fine you if you don't go. So that's what he did the whole time.
I think he's the one that said next question lots too, didn't he? Next question. I think so.
Was it? Wasn't that JR?
Oh, I thought it was him.
It was Marshawn for
Lynch.
sure. You guys had these before? Tried it and vibes?
Yeah, very good.
No.
They're a vibe.
You be vibing?
Okay, mine is I reached.
You guys wink with both eyes?
No.
Blink? At the same time?
No, wink.
Just a blink.
No, wink. Can you wink in each eye?
Okay, who gives a
fuck,
shit?
I'm
Really?
just doing it.
Can.
No,
Here
I
you go.
told you I can't.
Can you raise both
Let's
eyebrows?
see you try.
I can't. No, I can't do.
No, I can't raise my right one.
I can't blink with this side of my face.
Did you have a stroke?
Probably because I've had an abscessed tooth for like a year there. I think I'm starting to
What's it obsessed with?
I think I'm actually starting to lose my right side of my face. It's getting a little droopy. Anyways,
Hey, what do you got here, guy?
I got that on my
it's
left.
It's obsessed with inflicting pain on me, but mine is I retweeted from the King account again. I probably should stop doing that.
Yeah, I'll see.
It's just what I like. It's the post of the week, so I find it funny. So I want other people to see it. So it's the Phil Mickelson video. Did you guys see that?
Yesterday?
I did.
He hits that wedge shot. No, it's like bank shots, and he's like super young, and then he
I didn't
see that one.
He fist pumps Tim, and then you guys just have to watch the video. It's hilarious. He's like way before its time of like unbelievable content. Like
it was like
fake
1991.
shit.
Yeah,
it's unreal. You guys just got to go watch it.
At first, I thought it was one of those old ESPN commercials. You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was when I first saw it too.
It's money for its time, man.
Yeah.
Like that was way ahead of its time. Did you guys? Speaking of that, I guess just to wrap up the show, did you guys see Phil's interview with the Manning brothers?
Oh, was it on the Manning cast or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see a bit.
Todd Manning? Todd Fanning?
Oh, Eli and Peyton.
No, so they do like a Manning cast where they live broadcast watching the football game. So it's like an alternative feed you can watch. So you can watch them, but they do the commentating of the game. And Marshawn was on like 2 weeks ago, so that's why I got on a Marshawn kick. And then he got in trouble because he was cussing all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here while we can.
Yeah. All right. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I think this is about as far off the rails as we've gone on a podcast so far. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you made it through this, we'll see you next week. Peace out. Love you. Later.
Hey, boys.
Love you, boys.